We have 100 colonists, and there will soon be more on the way. The challenge now is to ensure a continued and growing surplus of our advanced resources without running out of money, or water, or oxygen, or living colonists. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars Green Planet in our Red Winter series. So yeah, we have our medium dome here well underway in terms of being full of structures and worked positions. We also have another medium dome under construction here that is nearly complete. It's going to take a little bit more metal to finish up, but God knows we got enough of that. It's looking like we need fuel for what purpose again? Oh yes, this rocket. Let's go ahead and unload here, because this thing is going to make us lots and lots of money. Forgotten about that, but we will have plenty of metal as a result of being able to bring it over from here. And of course, we have another polymer factory that's been set up here. So polymers, looks like we're in a little bit of a better position with polymers, which is good. Polymers are sort of like machine parts. I mean, electronics maintain a good number of buildings, but polymers and machine parts are the ones that you really can... If you run out of either, you can have a problem really fast in a way that can catch you unawares, as you saw with machine parts almost in the previous episodes. So let me also go ahead and add an additional large dumping site there. That way we'll have room for more stuff, and we will speed up to, come on game, speed 3, there we go. My hotkeys weren't working. I don't know if you could hear the keystrokes, but I was trying, and nothing was happening. But anyway, so we also have our, as I like to say, old folks dome set up here. Once we bring more colonists down, especially to this dome, we will have more electronics being produced, and we may even put an additional machine parts factory in place. I don't know if that's necessary, though, once this one is in place and amplified. Yes, I know. We need to do something that's going to... I don't know. I kind of feel like we need to change the crops here once there are more options. I kind of like the idea of also going with seed crops in the hydroponics farms, given that crop failure keeps happening. We have a lot of food, so let's go ahead and start just generating seeds at the hydroponics farm, and maybe that'll make that event stop popping up quite so much. That would be nice. All right, so fuel is almost done. Electronics are almost done. And then all I'm going to need is the metal, and I can also do a quick metal run relatively easily. And that'll make us a bunch of money. So we finally have... Yeah. Well, it says low resource, but we're still making slightly more than we're consuming at the moment. So I think we'll be okay about machine parts game. I'll keep an eye on that, but right now I'm happy with all of my resources, and I'm about to have, as I mentioned a few times, more money. Co2 Jet Propulsion will also really help, as I've mentioned over the past couple of episodes, just given the fact that we have so many resources to fly around in 2 different sections of our colony. I'm unreasonably excited, by the way, about getting this dome up and running. Once this metal is in place, that's going to be a space for a lot more colonists to live.
Cold wave approaching.
Aha, another cold wave. All right, so we have to think about these folks. I mean, this dome's going to consume more power once the... this dome is going to consume more power once the cold wave starts. But as long as we keep it powered, it won't freeze. They just need to stay indoors here. And this is the old folks' home. So we're going to experiment a little bit with the old people. I'm not going to heat that dome during the cold wave. Looks like we found more water way over here, but we found it nonetheless. All right, let's go ahead and unload that metal where it's needed. And then also some metal can be ferried over here because it's also needed here. The other exciting thing about having more colonists in this area is they're in range of the rare metals extractor, which means we'll have more people likely to work it. And we still have plenty of rare metals to be extracted, not only here, but in other locations. That research site is... Aha! Finally, it begins.
Has given the colony an interesting proposal. The transcription follows below.
Really? Really, Hemamont? NETSKY? That's the name of the company behind the rogue AI story in your game? You're going to be that subtle about it? NETSKY? Okay, all right. I'm just going to look past it. Commander, I'm writing to inform you about the conclusion on the deal between SpaceY and our company, NETSKY LLC. For over a decade, we've been providing high-tech solutions for the market, and now we're working towards the future with our project number 6. It's a brand new, completely heuristic, self-improving program designed to simulate extremely complex predictions, market research, or sociological. It's your call. I know you'll like its UI personality too. Oh yeah, that doesn't look like any particular science fiction precedent in terms of rogue AI at all. I'm sure I'll love it. It's definitely not going to start singing to me, let alone when I kill it. Help us cast away the darkness of the unknown with this, Commander, and we'll pioneer the next big step in human evolution. Ned Smith, NETSKY LLC, CRS Division CEO. So now we have a network node tech researched. So we have to build a network node to initiate project number 6. Sweet opportunity. All right, so we kind of have a little bit of control over the start of this, which I like. Yeah, I really like that, actually. We aren't going to be forced to have that story kick in until we're in a comfortable spot with the rest of the colony. So I might wait at least an episode or two, or maybe till the next leg of the series. Don't be mad at me. We'll play it by ear. I'm not going to rule anything out, but I'm thinking about when the best time to do it would be. And I mean, it's going to get interrupted by the series taking a break regardless. So I've got to juggle that question in my mind, whether anybody likes it or not. That's just life on the channel. Got to keep things interesting. Different series, etc., so on and so forth. Hey, lots of metal. All right, let's load some stuff up here. Load everything. Load all the things. And then unload there. Looks like the medium dome is going up. That is going to get us lots of money. Excited about that. And we're going to need more concrete, actually, over here, but we might have enough as is. We'll see. There she is. Okay, now with that being done, I realized, by the way, I caught myself yesterday while watching a Stellaris video, getting ready for a recording session. In my current recording habits, one of my very popular, I've started catching myself saying that being done repeatedly. I didn't used to do that. That's new. I don't know where it came from. But I've noticed it, which means now I'm going to start to manage it. All right, resources are low, huh? Okay, well, let's turn off the dome for now so that we don't even have to worry about that. Not that that is an influence right now anyway, but what is going on with the power situation? I mean, I'm guessing, is it a maintenance issue? No. Are all of these upgraded? No, they're not. All right, let's get all those upgraded. As a matter of fact, we can... Yeah, I still can't rotate these. Somebody was saying in the comments that if I have a certain DLC, the colony management DLC, I can rotate them. I can't do that either, so there might be a mod that I have to install to be able to rotate these, but for now I'm okay with just having them in this direction. And then, can we do a second solar array here? We could if we did a little bit of terraforming, or landscaping. I keep using those words interchangeably. Well, why don't we... I don't want to go too crazy. On using this whole thing as a power production place, but oh, they're just getting rid of rock. Okay, I was like, wait, is there metal there? Didn't see that coming. All right, so the solar array takes a lot to build, but the resources should move along the supply chain pretty quickly. And I've already got, looks like the machine parts mostly in place for the new wind turbines. Of course, wind turbines will cost additional machine parts to maintain, but I want to make sure we keep our power surplus. Okay, so we've built these additional apartments here. It's going to take a long time for that income to come in. Let's take a look for the income to come in. That was not intentional. Let's see. Passenger rocket. 9 current matching applicants. 9. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring them down. That's 9 more people. Some specialized, some not. Mostly specialized, as a matter of fact. Cold wave starting in 1 sol. But the rocket will be here before then. Well before then, actually. So we are already at 2% atmosphere despite only having 1 carbonate processor running. No complaints here. All right, need more machine parts and concrete here, but it looks like these drones are going to town. You know what? I can make this a little bit more efficient by adding some recharge stations there. That way drones that come up here can recharge a little bit more quickly. There we go. See that one hop out of line? That worked well. All right, good. This will help to ensure that we always have power running as needed. Let's go ahead and upgrade their polymer blades. And then we just need to get that solar array up and running, and we might be okay. Now, one thing I would like to do, I think, really quickly, on the subject of building and landscaping. Okay, I don't want to take out all those rocks. I'd prefer to have those rocks there, just because it'll be pretty when we terraform. I don't want to change the shape of this structure at all. We've talked about this in the comments a little bit. It'll be really nice terrain once there's a little bit more greenery. There it is, CO2 Jet Propulsion. Now, the only thing I have to worry about at this point, if I can build these, is this is another drain on my electronics maintenance for 1, and just building this is going to eat up half of my current electronics. So I think I'm going to wait. All right, we've got utility crops coming now, then dust repulsion and water reclamation. The next thing after that needs to be... Really? Is that all it costs? I want that before water reclamation then. That's a lot cheaper than I would have thought. Just trying to think about different technology options here. Martian board adaptability. Let me go ahead and add that. Well, no, I'll just leave the 5th slot blank as I've been doing. And as soon as we have money from the project coming in, as soon as we have that income coming in, we will have some money to spend on outsourcing, which will help all of our research finish a little bit faster. All right, speaking of new folks, we want to have them land here. I think I want to save that spot for a Martian lab, for a Hawking Institute. That seems like the ideal choice. You know what? I think I also want to get a passage ramp built there. Seems like our RC transport is still having a good day. We're producing more electronics here now. How's my machine parts production, though? Not too great. How's my polymer production? All right, cold wave's going to start any second. I should have had these. Oh, man, I forgot. Let's get those repaired, guys. Quickly. Otherwise, we're going to have problems. We got plenty of metal, though. Come on, guys. That's my fault. I completely forgot to get those started up sooner. All right, so now these can be repaired by drones using metal, and we will get our water back. So that could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, it just takes metal to repair those, so... Okay, we are golden. That was almost scary. That's why you do that in advance of the cold wave starting, not right as it's starting. If you didn't know, that's why. I've had a few people tell me that they've picked up the game as a result of this series, and I'm really glad to hear that. I'm always happy to hear people, enjoying a new game, especially when they might not have played, or maybe even a genre they might not have played, if not for seeing the potential on the... Okay, so it does seem... This is interesting. Why are you not powered? So I guess it's just the sheer power increase from the colony. Yeah, this is more evidence that we need... So this is kind of evidence against the idea. We were talking about this earlier in the series. It's evidence against the idea that you can just let things sit without unfreezing them. There was a discussion about how the domes don't need to be heated well. There's your reason to heat domes. Let's... where should we put this? All right, so let's get that built. Now, also, I have another question. Oh, okay. I was looking at this large dumping, at this just concrete area, and there wasn't an area for all of that to go. I was wondering why. Now the drones are busily moving it out of the way so that they can build there. Yeah, so all of our old people, the experiment that I talked about a moment ago is not going well. But we have an answer to our question, and the machine parts we need for this thing are in place. That's good, at least. Let's get it up and running so that people are no longer freezing. Once the day starts, we'll have a little bit more power on our hands. Or maybe we won't. Wow. Even with all of that new power production, we are still in a power deficit. All right, hang on. Hold on to your hats, people. This could get interesting. I have the resources to build a lot more out this direction, and that's what we're going to do. No. I hate when that happens. It's the biggest pet peeve. Oh, why can't my hand stay in a straight line? Muscles are unreasonable. Oh, God. All right. There's that. We're going to make all those high priority. Absolutely. Now, that doesn't change the fact that we still need more wind production as well, which is going to eat up, just building these is going to eat up our power production, but I don't think we have a choice. Or not our power production, but our machine parts. Still, I'm going to get started on them for the sake of life itself. And go.
Resources are low.
All right, I really need you guys to connect the power cables, though. Do you see the problem? Half the day's going by and these aren't actually plugged into the power grid, guys. I admire your efforts, but you need to build the power cables. You built the first few. Oh, really? Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and scan this corner over here. Actually, let's put you first. There we go. Okay, well, a little bit of mismanagement on my part, but the drones, it's because I put these in high priority. There we go, now they're connected. And we're producing power. Not for long, though. So we need to get these babies online and fast. Let's actually make them second priority. That way the drones will actually focus on building the power lines. Yes, thank you. That's more useful to me. We could have a power crisis this evening because we don't have a lot of stored power at the moment. We don't have enough to sustain the colony overnight. And the solar panels are about to go down. That didn't go well. How much longer is the cold wave going to last? 1 sol, 5 hours? Oh boy. See, and this thing's not even set to its full capacity, which is hilarious to me. All right.
Crop failure reported.
Still with the crop failure. So we don't have any seeds. This thing just sucks. It might be because, yeah, that's why. The guy working it is an officer. That's why he keeps failing miserably. So the mod that I'm using that helps colonists find jobs more easily is evidently not doing a very good job. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a big power outage during this particular night unless they can get these things up and running faster. This is going to be ugly.
Resources are low.
Granted, it's already midnight, so we're moving towards the dawn. We have 402 stored power. This is going to be cutting it pretty close. We might actually mostly skate through because there's only going to be an hour or two without power. So it's saying domes without life support. Yeah. But once this thing comes back online... And there we go. We have power. We just don't have a lot of water at the moment. You can literally see the power accumulators stacking up because they're bringing in power so quickly. Same with the atomic accumulator. Although it rises much more slowly than these. Alright, so we have 15 hours remaining. Although the good thing about this now is that we're going to have a lot more stored power as a result of this thing, of these things being active for much longer. So that was a very, very quick kind of haphazard building of additional power producers. And we have a meteor storm incoming. Yay. Utility Crops is finished researching. Good. With that done, there I go again. All right, so this is already at 100% thanks to soybeans. So let's go ahead and have potatoes kick in here. And we'll keep that farm as is. You're at 80%, which is quite nice. So now we'll have cover crops kick in the place of soybeans. And you're at 70%, so we'll put in cover crops here. And then potatoes after that. Okay, so next will be dust propulsion, which means we'll start consuming less metal to maintain all of our new solar panels, which is good. That'll help counterbalance what we just did. That was a little bit harrowing. We've got 10 hours remaining in this. We are going to have more stored power now. I'm surprised at how long it's taken to get these built, though. This is kind of annoying. This is why we need CO2 jet propulsion, but we don't quite have the resources to justify building the jets yet. If we get to about 10 electronics, that's when you get to that point, as you've seen a couple times so far in the series, where the drones start having trouble moving things around efficiently.
Crop failure reported.
Yes, I know. It's because there's an officer working the damn hydroponic farm. It's not my fault. We need to land colonists here and have them come in. Hang on, let's see if we can order more colonists. Right now there are just 6. There's at least 1 botanist. Do we want to launch a rocket with just 6 people? Sure, let's. If it means not having all those crop failures all the time, I'll do it. So what are we working on? Yeah, we got dust repulsion, then factory amplification. That's really going to be helpful, economically speaking. And then what else can we work on after that? Yeah, fuel compression. We're a little bit behind on that. Okay, in 7 hours, we're going to get a lot of money. We actually still have power now, oddly enough. So I guess... Did those wind farms finally... No, we just have more power now. Okay, there we go. So something was fluctuating for some unknown reason, but we have a lot more stored power now, so it should be okay throughout the night. The dome without life support, though. Why do you not have life support?
Stand.
Is it because we're low on... No, we're not low on water either. I'm not sure why it was saying the dome didn't have life support. That's really strange. Definitely let me know in the comments if you can explain that. But I'm not following it. All right, there we go. So now we have a bunch of money. First thing we're going to do is outsource for $1 billion. That'll help bring in more research a lot faster. And we're going to have a rocket come back. Also, the cold wave has ended. So let's go ahead and shut all those down, which will start bringing in more water. Also, I'm guessing that part of the reason... Yep, of course, always. Oh, man. All right, so these things have malfunctioned again. And now I think what we're going to have to do is bring down more rare resources. Anytime, like every time I feel like we've got like machine parts on lock, something like this happens to make me eat up just way too many of them. And we still don't have enough people working this machine parts factory. The electronics factory doesn't even have that many people working it. Yeah, so we're going to have to do another special shipment with that money we just earned from Earth. Let's go ahead and get a... Do we still have supply pods? Actually, I think we still have some free supply pods, as I recall. Okay, so with this, I can justify building the first jet propulsion, shuttles system, which will help move resources around and help me maintain things a lot more easily. So with that being, I'm not going to say it. Let's launch. Not going to say it. So that'll be here quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and build this. Question is where? I think I like the idea of it being like right here. So that people landing here can be flown really to any rocket or any dome that they wish. So it's going to be on top of that deposit. Another option is to have it sitting like back here. Or we can have it over here. Next to the first ever medium dome on the cold terrain. Interesting that it's not showing its cold terrain here. Huh. I do kind of like the idea of it being there. I do. Or there, for that matter. Or there. Yeah, let's plant it right there, next to the first medium dome. I think that makes sense. And now that I've placed that, I'm going to stop right there. In the next one, we're going to repair some of our infrastructure, given that it appears to be necessary, and make sure that we continue to produce the machine parts. As I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, machine parts, polymers, and electronics. Our advanced resources need to stay in surplus, and this is that precarious period where it's really difficult to grow the colony quickly and maintain the production of those at the same time. That's part of the reason I'm bringing down kind of those lighter loads of colonists, because it does get people here sooner, because we're not waiting for full rockets, but it also means we're kind of growing the colony piecemeal. Speaking of that, this is a rocket that we can use for potential projects. So let's actually put you, well, no, let's put you here. Well, it actually doesn't matter. We'll put you here in case you need fuel for something. Yeah, still nobody wants to trade machine parts for food. But anyway, like I said, next one we've got lots of maintenance to do, but we survived that cold wave, and we have some fresh resources coming down to help out with the building of the shuttle hub and the maintenance of all of our mechanical components. We also, in the next episode, will need to focus on getting this dome built up. Although it might be a while before this dome is fully operational and has people living in it, because I feel like we still have a lot that we could do with this section of the colony and making sure that these jobs are fully worked, because there's lots of spaces here now that there's a place for the elderly to live, and I'm going to need to build more apartments here soon. Now that there's a place for the elderly to live, it's just that there's more than I could do with the existing space before I go expanding it, because they've made room. So, lots to think about. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Don't forget, in just a few days, if you're watching this as the episodes are coming out live, we're jumping back into Against All Odds Season 5.5. Hope you're excited about that as well. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.